Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining Defeat Duchenne Canada and the Section of Pediatric Neurology at Children's Hospital at London Health Sciences Centre for our 2022 Family Forum presented by PTC Therapeutics. My name is Perry Esler, Chief Executive Officer of Defeat Duchenne Canada, and it's a privilege to be back in person and online this year. We even have Eric joining us from Ottawa already, Dwayne from Petawawa, Rob and Lori are tuned in from Sydney, Nova Scotia. This is a new way of working for our team, and there may be a few bumps along the way working with new technology, so please bear with us this weekend, and we'll look for your feedback following that. Now, before we get started, a few housekeeping items to pass along for you. For those joining us online, if you feel comfortable, we encourage you to turn your camera on so our presenters can see and interact with you throughout the weekend. Your audio has been turned off, and we request that you keep it disabled as you participate. Your keyboard will become your voice this weekend, and we encourage you to add your questions to the chat feature in Zoom. We want to ensure you can hear sessions clearly, so if you'd like to test your audio, feel free to go to the bottom left-hand arrow screen by the audio box and click it on the left-hand side, and you will be able to adjust your volume level there. We hope to have as much engagement as possible throughout the weekend between everyone in the room and those who are virtual in our virtual audience using the Whova app. If you're joining us online, that means that you have successfully gotten in and logged in to the event platform, either on your computer, phone, or tablet. And for those in the room, we encourage you to also download the Whova app on the App Store, on your iPhone, or in Google Play with your Android. Open the app and sign in with the same email that you registered to attend today, and you will be once again into the Family Forum under My Events. If you have any difficulty, please check with Kate Foster. She's over here on the side to help us with any technical problems. Now, through Whova, this will enable both those in the room and those at home to add questions in the session Q&As for speakers to respond throughout the weekend. Just one disclosure note on this item that remember, if you are asking questions that may be of a personal nature, this is live and of course it's being recorded. So you may take that offline and we can have that conversation with the speaker one-on-one. You can participate and share in the community discussion boards and create one-on-one and group conversations through the direct messaging tool. And also, don't forget about our contests. The first contest is all about your engagement. Every time you use a feature on Whova, you will earn points. The participant with the most points by the end of the weekend will win a $25 Amazon gift card, and who couldn't use that? The second contest is all about those selfies. Those here in the room and everyone online can join. So upload a selfie of you participating at the conference or from home, and the most likes will win a $25 iTunes gift card. Bonus points if you're wearing the Defeat Duchenne Family Forum t-shirt. Now, if you're registered before October 21st or are joining us in person, we hope you're enjoying your participant bag full of goodies. We encourage you to get to know our sponsors and speakers, checking out the event program and wearing your Family Forum t-shirt throughout the weekend to help us raise awareness in our communities. We've included a notepad, but rest assured the entire weekend will be recorded, as I mentioned, and will be available. You'll receive an email next week once those are all ready for your viewing, and you can watch those through Whova, the event app, or on the YouTube channel. Finally, your feedback for the first hybrid event will be critical, as your feedback has been in the previous Family Forums, to help us develop content and refine this for future years. If you're on social media, we encourage you to follow, like, and share throughout the weekend. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, all at Defeat Duchenne. Least, but possibly the most important for us, are the in-person attendees. Please review our COVID-19 guidelines. We've included masks in your event participant bag, and we encourage you to wear those through the weekend, as well as rapid test kits. They are in your participant bag. If you should test positive or develop symptoms, by all means, let us know, and we will alert everyone else here throughout the weekend. If you need more test kits, Kate Foster has those available at our front desk. Now, after months of diligent planning, thanks to our entire team led on this project by Rick Moss from about the start of the year, I want to introduce Rick, Nicola, Rochelle, Kate, Allison. It's been a team effort to get us to this point, but I'll ask Rick to say a few words here this afternoon to get us going for this 2022 Defeat Duchenne Family Forum. Rick?
Thank you, Perry, and good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank you for joining us for this, our 6th annual Family Forum. For those who are new to our organization, we want to say a warm welcome and share a bit about who we are and how we can support you throughout the journey with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. While our organization is known for its commitment to funding the most promising Duchenne research, granting more than $16 million to over 50 projects around the world, we're also committed to providing the community with the latest information and support with programs like our Family Forums, our monthly virtual socials for parents, also Canadians Talk Duchenne, led by Nicola Worsfold, our webinars, our online resources, such as our emergency care and clinical trial finder tool. Plus, as the only national charity fighting to end Duchenne, our goal is to unite our voice and advocate timely access to treatments in Canada. You'll hear much more about that later in the weekend. We started our Family Forums in London, Ontario, right here, not in this particular building, but here in London in the spring of 2019. 30 families joined us from across the province, Maritimes, and even from Manitoba. Then we brought the forum to Calgary, Alberta in the fall of 2019 in partnership with Alberta Children's Hospital. 23 new families joined us there. And then COVID hit, and we took out our next 3 family forums and put them all online. With the support from La Force in Montreal, Quebec, we saw 88 families join us online from across Canada in the spring of 2020. Then in partnership with BC Children's Hospital, we saw 52 families join us online in the fall of 2020. Last fall, we partnered with Sick Kids Hospital and also with Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital, where we met 62 new families. And this year, I'm grateful to say that we have 76 families joining us for this first event, back in person and online. So either in the room or online. And in total, the participation for this particular event is sitting at over 150. As you heard, we partner with the leading neuromuscular centers across Canada to help create and deliver these educational events. And this year, we want to say a special thank you to the Section of Pediatric Neurology at Children's Hospital, London Health Sciences Centre, right across the street. From concept to delivery, we couldn't have pulled this amazing event together without the support of our 2022 Planning Committee. So special thanks to Dr. Craig Campbell and to Rhiannon Hicks. And this weekend would not be possible without the support of our educational partners either. So a huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, PTC Therapeutics, to our gold sponsors, Satellos Bioscience, Sarepta Therapeutics, and Dyne Therapeutics. Our silver sponsors, Edgewise Therapeutics, Regenix Bio, Santhera Pharmaceuticals, Pfizer, and Atel Pharmaco. And our bronze sponsors, BioMarin, PepGen, Roche, and Solid Bioscience. And our print sponsor, M&T Printing Group. You see lots of their work around this room. We encourage you to get to know our sponsors by viewing their sponsor profiles on Whova and connecting via direct messaging and tuning in tomorrow as they update on the latest research and drug developments. 2 big sessions on that tomorrow that we're looking forward to. Well, now it's my pleasure to turn things over to Brett Billmeyer. Brett has a rare disease. This is how he got involved in the organization that he's with. He has a genetic disorder. When diagnosed, it was not unlike Duchenne, not particularly well-known disorder. And what did he do? Not unlike us in Duchenne, went out and formed a patient advocacy group for the disease. So he knows our world very, very well. And Brett, I want to thank you for your support with this event and past events that PTC's been involved with. We appreciate it. Please welcome Brett Billmeyer, Head of Patient Engagement for our presenting sponsor, PTC.
Thanks, Rick. I just want to say good morning and thanks for having me here. It's nice to see so many families, nice to see Defeat Duchenne Canada. I know I want to say Jesse's Journey, but Defeat Duchenne Canada, which I think they've done a great job. It's been an honor to be a part of Defeat Duchenne Canada and all these educational events. Looking at all of them that's been up there, I've had a privilege of being a part of each and every one of them. In 2018 was when I first started getting to know Defeat Duchenne Canada and the team, the amazing team that they have, and all of the great work that they do. When they were talking about their vision in 2018, what they wanted to do, I thought it was amazing, and it's like, okay, are they going to be able to pull it off? Which looking at the team, it's like they're absolutely going to be able to. So that's when I saw their passion, their dedication, their devotion, and everything that they've done for these families and talk about these families. It's been an honor and a privilege. As Rick said, I'm a rare disease patient, and I was diagnosed in 2009, and there wasn't a whole lot of information about the disease that I have. I'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. But anyways, I've been involved with the Duchenne community for over 7 years and got to know a lot of the families. I was able to speak to some of you this morning, and my job at PTC as head of patient engagement is to learn a little bit more about the families and try to figure out what's important to you. At PTC, our job is to look for educational opportunities and what is important to the families. So I would like to meet each and every one of you. If you have the time, please introduce yourself. I'll try to introduce myself to you as well. And I just want to know what's important to you because I bring it back to the team at PTC, and we can do some more educational events as well. With COVID, we've done probably over 150 different educational events through Zoom. So again, I just want to thank Defeat Duchenne Canada. It's an honor, and I'm looking forward to a great conference. Thanks for everybody for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brett. Now, we want to tell you we've gathered more than 20 specialists, researchers, and clinicians from Canada, the US, and they're going to provide a lot of insight into what you'll hear this weekend, all about Duchenne and Becker muscular dystrophy. Today, you're going to learn about the Duchenne standards of care and shared decision-making with Dr. Craig Campbell and Bonnie Wooten, emergency care procedures with Dr. Laura McAdam and Dr. Leanne Ward. Then after lunch, how to manage psychosocial challenges and family dynamics in Duchenne and Becker muscular dystrophy with Rhonda Tikrob and Dr. Natalie Truba. Endocrinology and bone health, another critical area, with a world leader, Dr. Leanne Ward. And finally, understanding the treatment landscape and the clinical trial tracker tool and a clinical trial concierge and her role with Dr. Craig Campbell, Nicola Worsfold, and Bonnie Wooten. Tomorrow, we'll start the day with a stretch session from Cheryl, and then dive right into the research and drug development updates from PTC, Edgewise, Satellos, Etel Pharmaco, and Santhera. After lunch, we'll learn about understanding and managing experience of anticipatory anxiety and grief with Dr. Natalie Truba. And then we'll back into another session with round 2 of research and drug development updates with Regenxbio, Pfizer, and Dyne. Finally, closing the weekend off, we'll have sessions on advocacy, and Durhan Wong-Reiger and also Nicola Worsfold will speak to that, nutrition and weight management with Dr. Marina Ybarra, and technology for living with Duchenne with Taylor Danielson. So we've got a packed weekend for you. Now, for those of you who are new to our organization, you may not know that we went and shared a momentous occasion back in February. Earlier this year, we transformed from being known as Jesse's Journey, as Brett alluded to, and now Defeat Duchenne Canada. I am honored to introduce our founder, John Davidson, to share how his vision of a future without Duchenne remains our inspiration. And now it's my pleasure to introduce John Davidson.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank all the families who are here in the room with us today in London, and all of you who are taking part virtually from many places across Canada, and some from other countries around the world, which is just great to see as we continue to grow and improve our ability.
1986.
As Perry said, there'll be a few bumps along the road here. My name is John Davidson, and along with my son Jesse, we undertook a road journey in 1995 that has evolved to become Defeat Duchenne Canada, and we're very proud to support that change. Jesse was the middle child in our family of 3 boys. Jesse was born in 1980, and like every young boy, We were expecting a very normal childhood full of wonder and anticipation about the future. Jesse was the thinker in our family, and he was going places. And when the diagnosis of Duchenne came along, Jesse carried on and always did his best to make sure that he lived life as full as possible. Together, our 3,300-kilometer road journey across Ontario provided the startup dollars to begin funding research into finding a cure for Duchenne, our one and only goal. Since that time on the road in 1995, we have provided the researchers around the world in almost a dozen countries with research funding in pursuit of that cure. Every day in our time on the road, Jesse and I had the opportunity to share with others the need for funding, and Canadians responded along with people from other countries around the world as they continue to do today, and we are very pleased that they do that. As a dad, I was proud to see Jesse honored with the Order of Ontario for his efforts in carrying the torch of hope in research, the torch that has now been passed to all of us here in this room, all of us who are online with us today, as we continue to pursue a cure, which we know is going to be found.